while your brain hides reality. Look around you. Everything feels solid, clear, obvious. You probably believe you're seeing the world exactly as it is, but you're not. Right now, your brain is hiding almost everything around you. Not because it's malfunctioning, not because your senses are weak, but because showing you reality exactly as it exists would be one of the worst survival strategies evolution could have invented. The world you experience every second is not reality itself. It's a carefully edited version, built specifically for one purpose, keeping you alive. And once you understand how that editing works, you may never trust your own perception in quite the same way again. Imagine opening a camera app on your phone. The sensor captures millions of tiny pieces of information every second. Light, color, movement, focus. Now imagine if the camera also recorded every sound, every smell, every vibration, every change in temperature, every air current, every electromagnetic signal passing through the room. The amount of information would be overwhelming. Your brain faces a much bigger problem. Every second, your eyes, ears, skin, nose, muscles, and internal organs continuously send enormous streams of sensory information toward your nervous system. If your conscious mind experienced all of it at once, thinking would become impossible. So evolution found a different solution. Instead of showing you everything, your brain filters almost everything out. In other words, your brain isn't trying to build the most accurate picture of reality. It's trying to build the most useful one. Let's test this idea. Close one eye. Now focus on a single object in front of you, without moving your eyes. Everything around that object seems visible. It feels like your entire field of vision is perfectly detailed. But it isn't. In fact, only a tiny area near the center of your vision captures fine detail. Everything else is surprisingly blurry. Your brain simply fills in the missing information so smoothly that you almost never notice. And that's only the beginning. Each of your eyes contains a blind spot, a small region where the optic nerve leaves the retina. There are no light-sensitive cells there at all. That means part of your visual field contains absolutely no information. You should see a permanent hole floating in your vision. But you don't, because your brain quietly invents what should be there. Not by guessing randomly, but by using surrounding patterns, colors, textures, and previous experience to generate a seamless picture. Every moment of your life, your brain is painting over missing pieces of reality. And it does such a convincing job that most people never discover the illusion unless someone points it out. But vision isn't simply about filling empty spaces. Your eyes are constantly moving. Several times every second, they perform incredibly fast jumps called saccades. Each movement briefly sweeps the image across your retina. If your brain processed those movements exactly as they happened, the world would appear to jerk violently dozens of times every second. Instead, something remarkable happens. During these rapid eye movements, your perception is dramatically reduced. This phenomenon, known as saccadic suppression, helps prevent the motion from overwhelming your visual experience. Rather than showing every blur and every jump, your brain quietly stitches separate snapshots together into what feels like one continuous, stable world. The smooth reality you experience isn't simply recorded. It's assembled, frame by frame, moment by moment, without your awareness. And if your brain is already creating parts of what you see, how much of your experience comes directly from the outside world? And how much comes from inside your own mind? Suppose you're walking through a busy city. Cars rush past. People cross the street. Traffic lights change. Conversations overlap. Advertisements flash from every direction. Your clothes brush against your skin. Your heartbeat echoes quietly inside your chest. The smell of coffee drifts from a nearby cafe. The pressure of your shoes presses against your feet. Thousands of events unfold around you every second. Yet your conscious mind notices only a tiny fraction of them. Not because the information never reached your brain, but because your brain decided most of it wasn't important. Attention isn't just about focusing. It's about ignoring. Every moment you pay attention to one thing, countless others quietly disappear. Psychologists have demonstrated this in remarkable experiments. People concentrating on one visual task can completely miss unexpected events happening directly in front of them. Not because their eyes failed, but because attention was directed elsewhere. Seeing, it turns out, is not the same as noticing. Your brain isn't recording reality like a video camera. It's constantly asking a question. What matters most right now? Everything else becomes background noise. This strategy saves an enormous amount of energy. Although the human brain represents only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of your body's resting energy. Processing every possible detail with equal priority would be extraordinarily expensive. Filtering information allows your brain to spend its limited resources where they matter most. In many situations, efficiency is more valuable than perfection. This idea extends far beyond vision. Your brain doesn't simply react to the world. It continuously predicts it. Long before you're consciously aware of many sensory signals, networks throughout your brain are already generating expectations about what is likely to happen next. If someone throws you a ball, your brain doesn't wait until every photon reaches your eyes before deciding where it will land. It begins predicting the trajectory almost immediately. When someone finishes the sentence, "The sun rises in the..." your brain has probably anticipated the final word before you even hear it. Prediction allows you to move faster, understand speech more efficiently, and navigate an uncertain world with remarkable speed. Many neuroscientists describe perception as an ongoing conversation between incoming sensory information and the brain's predictions. When reality matches expectation, your experience feels smooth and effortless. When reality violates those expectations, your brain updates its internal model. That may explain why surprising events capture your attention so powerfully. They generate prediction errors, signals that something important has changed. Scientists continue to debate exactly how predictive processing is implemented across the brain. But there is broad agreement that expectation plays a central role in perception. Your experience isn't built only from what enters your senses. It's shaped by what your brain expected to find. This also explains why optical illusions are so fascinating. An illusion doesn't reveal that your brain is broken. It reveals how your brain normally works. Illusions exploit shortcuts that are usually incredibly useful. Your brain assumes that light typically comes from above, that distant objects are smaller, that shadows indicate depth, that familiar patterns usually continue. Most of the time, those assumptions help you understand the world quickly and accurately. But under carefully designed conditions, they can produce experiences that don't match physical reality. For a brief moment, you catch your brain in the act of constructing the world, and suddenly, something becomes obvious. You have never experienced reality directly. You have always experienced reality through interpretation. But perhaps the most surprising question isn't what your brain hides, it's why. Why didn't evolution give us the ability to perceive reality exactly as it is? Because evolution has never optimized for truth. It optimizes for survival. Imagine two early humans walking through a forest. One notices every leaf, every subtle variation in color, every insect, every shifting beam of sunlight. The other immediately spots movement in the bushes and instinctively steps back. Which one survives longer? Natural selection doesn't reward the most accurate observer. It rewards the one who reacts fast enough to stay alive. Over millions of years, brains became incredibly efficient prediction machines. Not because they reveal objective reality, but because they help organisms make useful decisions. Your ancestors didn't need to calculate the exact wavelength of reflected light. They needed to know whether the berries were ripe. They didn't need a perfect model of physics. They needed to avoid becoming someone else's dinner. In that sense, perception is less like a scientific instrument and more like a survival dashboard. It highlights what matters. It hides what doesn't. This idea changes something much bigger than vision. It changes how we think about reality itself. Every human being experiences the world through a nervous system shaped by genetics, development, learning, culture, memory, attention, and expectation. No two brains are identical. That means no two people experience the world in exactly the same way. The physical world may be shared, but each conscious experience is uniquely constructed. That doesn't mean reality is purely subjective. The external world exists independently of us. Gravity doesn't disappear because you stop believing in it. Fire remains hot whether or not you expect it to burn. What changes is the model your brain builds to navigate that world. And like every model, it is incomplete, useful, remarkably effective, but never identical to reality itself. Today, neuroscience continues to uncover just how active perception really is. Every glance, every sound, every touch, every decision. Your brain is constantly comparing incoming information with past experience, updating predictions, filtering distractions, and assembling a coherent world fast enough for you to act within it. Almost all of this happens long before you become consciously aware of it. The reality you experience feels immediate, but behind the scenes, an extraordinary amount of computation has already taken place. Without that invisible work, the world would feel chaotic, overwhelming, and impossible to navigate. Your brain doesn't hide reality to deceive you. It hides reality to make life possible. So the next time you open your eyes, remember that you are not looking through a window. You're looking through one of the most sophisticated biological simulation systems evolution has ever produced. A system that edits, predicts, filters, repairs, and continuously rebuilds your experience of the world. Not to create a perfect copy of reality, but to create one that helps you survive within it. Perhaps the greatest illusion isn't any single optical trick. It's the quiet certainty that what you experience is the whole story. Because behind every color you see, every sound you hear, every object you recognize, your brain has already made millions of invisible decisions on your behalf. And you'll never notice most of them. Maybe that's the strangest truth of all. The world you experience isn't reality itself. It's reality, carefully translated into a language your mind can understand.